Did you know that one moment on the set of the Barbie movie left Margot Robbie mortified? Did you know that she didn't think this film would ever make it to the big screen? Yeah, a lot went into getting this history-making movie off the ground, and we've got all the details. Now let's start by dipping our toes in, pun intended, to that famous foot close-up moment. Barbie's feet have to be one of the iconic doll's most recognizable features. The famous feet were designed to always fit seamlessly into high heels, and as a result, they're always in that super arched shape, even barefoot. When the first trailer for the Barbie movie hit the internet, Margot Robbie's feet in full Barbie formation had plenty of folks talking and laughing out loud. So, how did they do it? Well, luckily the star with the now famous feet broke it down. And yes, they were, in fact, Margot Robbie's feet.
I just walked up, kind of held onto the bar above camera.
What a perfect art.
So much went into creating Barbie's dreamhouse, from drawings to models and miniature versions.
It was pretty incredible seeing this set for the first time.
It was kind of surreal because I'd spent so long looking at the miniatures and the models and the drawings and the design of what it was going to look like, and then when you see it firsthand in real life, it's all there and it's like,
I don't know, it was really exciting.
The house has a slide that goes from the upstairs into the pool outside. As Robbie says,
not super practical, but nothing is for Barbie.
The walls of the house are entirely open, which means that Barbie has basically no privacy. But this is how Barbie and her fellow Barbies can see each other all the time. Everything in this house is a different shade of pink. Even the parts that would typically be white are an extra pale shade of pink. For the rest of the sets, Greta Gerwig focused on the OG Barbie, who was created in 1959.
Because Barbie was invented in 1959, it felt like we could ground everything in that look.
Gerwig wanted everything to be beautiful, as well as inspired by Mattel's actual toys. Not every iconic aspect of Barbie's history is gonna be featured in this film. Many folks who watched the trailers wondered where Aqua's famous song Barbie Girl was. Well, it won't be featured in the movie the way some folks might want it to, but it is going to be sampled in an original song by Nicki Minaj and Ice Spice for the Barbie movie soundtrack titled Barbie World. When transforming into Barbie, the myriad dolls of the film led by Margot Robbie needed to use real Barbies as acting inspiration. Robbie says that she watched old Radox commercials to perfect scenes where Barbie was showering without water. And how does Barbie get around? By being carried, of course. Which is why Barbie doesn't always walk from place to place in this movie. She floats. To replicate the IRL Barbie's world, many things in this movie are plastic, from toothpaste to the ocean. Even Barbie's kitchen isn't entirely real. Some things are actually decals, just like in the real-life Barbie's dreamhouse. According to Robbie, having things that were obviously artificial was a goal. That's why Barbie's pool is entirely fake, and many of the sets are actually painted to look particularly bright, dynamic, and of course, like a set. Now, of course, Barbie is the main character in this film. That's why it's called The Barbie Movie. And Ken is not in the spotlight in quite the same way.
Hi, Barbie!
Hi, Ken!
Hence the viral marketing that said, she's everything, he's just Ken. Still, we have to give Ryan Gosling some credit for his portrayal as Barbie's counterpart. When promoting his upcoming movie, The Gray Man, Gosling couldn't help but compare Ken's character with his character in The Gray Man, who happens to be a CIA agent with a secret identity who has a bounty on his head. Sounds like a rough situation, but according to Gosling,
That Ken life, it's even harder than the gray man life, I think. Ken's got no money, he's got no job.
yeah, it's not easy being Ken. But what exactly makes it so hard? Well, Gosling wants you to see the movie to figure that out for yourself. Yes, the man behind Ken was tight-lipped about the movie's plot, but so was everyone else. Even folks working on set didn't know many of the details. Actor Emma Eastwood worked as a body double for Margot Robbie, and according to Eastwood, I was on this for 2 weeks, and I barely know what the movie's about. She says that the whole team did a very good job of keeping the plot hidden. The public may feel totally in the dark about some aspects of what exactly this movie will be about, but even many folks involved in the film are waiting for the premiere to learn about Barbie's story. Now, one person who knows all the secrets, Margot Robbie, who clearly did an amazing job of embodying Barbie, while also acting as an executive producer on the film. It's clear from the trailers and behind-the-scenes footage that she put her all into this role, and it certainly paid off. Even director Greta Gerwig was amazed by what Robbie was capable of when it came to getting into her character. According to Gerwig, she needed a scene in which Robbie was moving in slow motion, but the world around her wasn't. She says that she asked Robbie to move at 48 frames per second, while they shot in 24 frames per second. Gerwig says that after thinking for a moment about the calculations, she literally moved at a higher frame rate. I don't know what category that goes into other than magic. Now, luckily for Gerwig, her magic movie star was interested in the project from the jump.
Me?
But there was one interesting reason why Robbie didn't think she'd end up playing the role. She didn't actually think the movie would get made at all. Of course, they did end up making the movie in the end, and it pretty quickly caught the attention of fans, but Robbie wasn't crazy about the attention she got over these images, which you certainly saw on the internet when they first came out. According to Robbie, so many people gathered around when they caught wind of the movie filming that she and Gosling were mortified.
We look like we're laughing, having fun, but we're dying on the inside.
Greta Gerwig's past directing has earned her plenty of fans and made folks confident that she's gonna nail the Barbie movie. And the more we hear about her directing for this film, the more sure of this we are. Gerwig wasn't afraid of thinking outside the box. That's probably how she came up with the idea for a cast and crew sleepover. Yep, if working on this movie didn't sound like fun already, just imagine a Barbie movie sleepover. Gerwig wanted to give that feeling to the whole cast and, in her words, do something totally girly. Hey, when in the Barbie dreamhouse, live like the Barbies do. Yet, Gerwig's total mastery of getting the Barbie vibes exactly right doesn't mean that she turned a blind eye to the controversy surrounding Barbie. To the contrary, she wants to turn Barbie on her head in many ways. In Margot Robbie's words, people generally hear Barbie and think, I know what the movie's gonna be. And then they hear that Greta Gerwig is writing and directing it, and they're like, oh, well, maybe I don't. Gerwig has clearly embraced diversity and feminist themes for this film, but she's also not afraid to confront Barbie's polarizing history head-on. The tagline, if you love Barbie, this movie is for you. If you hate Barbie, this movie is for you. Makes that pretty easy to see. Gerwig is the perfect director for this film, since she loved Barbies. She said, I played with dolls for too long. I was still doing it in junior high. Kids were drinking, and I was playing with dolls. Little did she know, she was actually just preparing for her future career. Those of us who, like Gerwig, spent our fair share of time playing with Barbies know that one of the most important things about Barbie is her clothes. That's why Gerwig simply had to call on Academy Award-winning costume designer Jenny Bevan to bring Barbie's wardrobe to life. Her work on the film pays homage to classic Barbie ensembles, and according to her, she aimed for color and whimsy to make the looks come to life. The great minds behind the movie also made reference to the toy, with how Barbie's actual closet looks when she picks out her outfits each morning. Now, one particularly important part of Barbie's wardrobe, that would be her accessories. Of course. From pink cat-eye sunglasses that are a throwback to the early Barbies, to those now famous rollerblades, the movie brought many of Barbie's classic accessories to life. Those yellow rollerblades are, in fact, based on a real accessory, 1994's Hot Skatin' Barbie skates. And yes, there was a Ken version. Barbie fans are nothing if not impressed by the accuracy of so many of the film's looks, and of course, we're feeling plenty of nostalgia. So are you as excited to see the Barbie dreamhouse on the big screen as we are? Now, what part of this movie are you looking forward to the most? Let us know in the comments. And for more videos like this one, like and subscribe to The Things.